Okay, I choose Secret Mountain Fort Awesome. The reason why is because, okay, you couldn't think of a worse name. Come on, even Regular Show was a better name than that. At least it has show in it. Secret Mountain Fort Awesome? Well, it's not a secret anymore. This is idiotic. You guys, idiotic. So, that is my number 10.
Alright, my number 10, I'm going to say Johnny Test. Now, I know this is made in Canada. It's made by Teletoon. I'm going to count it anyways. I hated the show throughout the first 3 seasons. Then it started to get a little good, and then it started to suck even more.
Because they play it way too much.
And, yeah, the voice actors in the show aren't horrible. It's just the plots and the crap that they think of that I hate.
They do the same thing over and over. You couldn't get more repetitive.
And it's just stupid. And now everyone is doing the talking dog thing. Jake is doing it, and that's a much better talking dog.
Yeah, Jake is epic.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch more, but that's really all I can think of off the top of my head. So yeah, Johnny Test, it really isn't fun to watch anymore like it ever was.
They put it on like 3 hours a day.
But, like, this show, I would mark down as a show that needs to be canceled.
I agree with you but I say Johnny Test would be number 9. Because it seems a bit more urgent. They have to fill it with something. They haven't actually started new Total Drama in a while, and they can just fill that space up. And I don't think they even have any new episodes for it, or the new episodes just suck. So yeah, I completely agree with you. Any comments?
Yeah, I completely agree with you right there. Alright, so my number 9 may shock a whole bunch of you, but we'll get to that after he's done with his.
Alright, and I am done now.
Like I said, this may shock some of you knowing me, but for number 9, I'm putting TD down as the number 9 show that needs to be canceled. For this one reason. I liked Island Action and Half a World Tour. Revenge of the Island, I think the way that they're doing this is a bad idea. I do not like the idea of a radioactive Camp Wawanakwa. I do not like the whole new cast designs, and I do not like that it's been delayed from June 2011 to September 2011 to now January 2012.
I don't like that, but I disagree with you.
Personally, I think that if you do Revenge of the Island, go for one more season and then end the show.
Yeah.
Because it was a good idea, but there's a such thing as too much of a good thing. And if they just keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again, and if they end the show without resolving half the plot holes from Total Drama World Tour, which is my main complaint about it, I actually like the songs, but that's my main complaint about World Tour. I don't particularly hate this show. I just think after 1 or 2 more seasons, this show should end.
Yeah, but not right away, obviously. Yeah. That's why it's probably ranked number...
That's why I have it low on here.
Yeah. Okay, this is really gonna shock you guys. For my number 8, Phineas and Ferb.
What?
Say what? I say that because they haven't pumped out any good episodes. I am now currently speaking to you right after a few of their Halloween specials. The Werewolf was good, but it wasn't anything like they used to be. They used to have great songs. It was hilarious. It was unexpected.
I still love the freaking show.
I love the show, but it's not gonna last for one or 2 years. And then they're really gonna make a live action CGI mix. Look what happened with the Fairly Odd Parents. That's already that was screwed up. That was messed up.
Going in actual theaters.
I know. Come on. I loved the movie. The movie was perfect. The Phineas and Ferb movie was spot on. I loved it, but I don't think they can live up to anything after that. So Phineas and Ferb is my number 8.
Alright, my number 8 is going to be Ant Farm. I was never a fan of this show. I still aren't. They only have one good actor on this show.
Who is it?
Cameron.
He's kind of funny, but But it's a cheap remake of whatchamacallit.
Victorious.
Yeah,
The reason why we
Victorious.
say this is because students go to some kind of special high school due to their talents, and what do you know? Right after Victorious started airing, this show went into production. And I also do not think Cheyenne McLean is singing. I do not think that's her. Her
Yeah,
voice is too good sounding to sound like that.
It's obviously fake.
And the show isn't even funny. They picked terrible actors for this show.
Never seen one.
And this show
I've seen
needs to go down within a year. I don't see it lasting much longer after seeing the crappy Halloween special. But then again, what Halloween special isn't crappy these days?
Yeah, I know. They can't. Nobody can pull off a good Halloween special. I miss the good old days.
Going down to having a good Halloween special is going down to basically a fraction. It's not even that possible anymore.
I'm sorry, but my number 7 is Fairly Odd Parents. I know that. I know I'm gonna be hated after this. I'm gonna lose a lot of subscribers, but the thing is they don't have anything good anymore. They made movies. They should have ended it with the birth of Poof, not Poop.
The birth of the poop.
The birth of Poop, but they should just end it with a good Timmy. Vicky leaves Tim.
What they
and
should have
Timmy
done
is
is they should have had the Fairly Odd movie be the end of the series.
Yeah.
Except not have it be live action.
Yeah.
Could have had Drake Bell voice Timmy Turner. That would have been fine with me.
Timmy?
Live action is just a awful way to ruin a show, especially if this show is animated.
I'm gonna add SpongeBob to this. I love SpongeBob, but
That's my number 6.
it's not gonna be able to survive much longer. I can't watch it anymore. There's no good shows. They have no idea what they're doing, and I'm like Squidward. Like, he used to actually be sometimes happy, or at least like funny and stuff. But now he just sits there going, "I hate you, SpongeBob. You suck." It's pretty stupid, and that is those 2 shows are my number 7, and I'm really sorry.
My number 7, I think, is Planet Sheen, because you need to get
that's
this.
actually still going on?
You need to get this off of our hands. It was probably one of the worst spin-offs I've ever seen in my life, and
We thought me, SpongeBob Fan 31, and
Thumbs up 7 down there for refusing to participate in the video.
But anyways,
I don't make top 10s.
we thought a Sheen one would be good. They made this way too out of hand. No, people would notice him missing. They would track him.
I actually thought the concept would be pretty cool, but it was just awful.
I can't.
It was one of the worst disappointments of my life, and they need to take this off of our hands and just.
My number 5 is gonna be Good Luck Charlie. I've always hated the show. It wasn't horrible when it started out, but it still wasn't the best thing in the world. I don't think it can get any worse. It's horrible. Obviously the little girl has basically grown up. She obviously knows regular words, and
They're doing the same thing Full House did. They're doing oh, Charlie's so cute. Aww. And that's what they do with the little baby on Full House. And then when that little baby got older, they had another little baby to act on its cuteness.
Exactly. You can't just rely on cuteness. That's an idiotic way.
And
It's kind of like. Let me think. Me in a burglary situation. Somebody's pointing a gun. No, but I have a puppy. You won't shoot me. It's just idiotic, and they're gonna be an epic fail. But yeah, I can't even say anymore.